Pain is not just physical. It's a way your body tells you and informs you about something that has to be corrected. It tells you that something is going on. It tells you that something is out of balance and you need to balance those things. That is the message pain is here to tell us always. So before you stop any pain, try to understand the message. Read the message, digest it. Then you cannot stop it that, okay, thank you, gotten. Don't stop pain before you analyze or you confirm the message. Let's think of it like a car dashboard light. You don't destroy the light. What you do is what you check the engine. So instead of you silencing pain with painkillers, what you need to do is to find out the imbalances and try to restore harmony in the body as much as you can, especially restoring it naturally. And that's what we are going to we want to explain here. So before you stop any pain, please make sure you confirm and you restore the imbalances and restore harmony in the body. Now, having said that, another important thing you need to understand is that most pain comes from inflammation, 1, muscle tension, 2, poor circulation, 3, and emotional stress. These are the major sources of pain. That is, should you have any form of pain, you want to trace the pain to one of these. In fact, in some people, we have 2 of these, we have 3, we have all in some. So by understanding these things, you know how to handle your pain and the right step to take. Now, let's break down each cause briefly, very briefly. Inflammation. Inflammation is the body's natural defense response. What do you mean by that? Inflammation is your own body response to something that is not expected to be found in you. A danger. On the high road, you see men at work. That something is going on. So the way your body responds to danger and toxins, that is what's called inflammation. So it's a good sign, right? It's an alarm that something is wrong. Only when it becomes chronic, it causes swelling, heat, and pain. But normally, what inflammation does is that it tells you, it is the way your body responds to it's a natural defense response. By chronic, we understand that very soon, shortly. So muscle tension. What do you mean by muscle tension? When you use your muscles and they become so tight, or when the muscles stay tight due to overuse or poor posture or too much stress, this will cause the muscle to block the underneath blood vessels, and once the blood vessels is being blocked, there will not be free flow of energy. So this will lead to pain and stiffness. That's why you see pain, you experience pain and stiffness. So that is muscle tension. So by poor circulation, now you know, It is when the blood vessels are restricted, or the lymphatic vessels, when they are restricted, especially the blood vessels. So the cells on the other side, they won't get enough oxygen and nutrients, and this will lead to deep pain or dull pain, or what we call numbness. That is another source or cause of pain. So when we're talking about emotional stress, one thing you should know is that there is connection between the mind and the body. They are deeply connected. So all unexpressed emotions like anger, fear, grief, all this can manifest as physical tension or pain, especially in the neck or shoulders or at the back. So that tells you that the mind and the body are deeply connected. Types of pains. Pains are classified and categorized based on some considerations. If you want to consider the cause and the mechanism, we have nociceptive pain. These are pain that are caused by tissue injury or inflammation. And we have some forms like that, like the somatic pain that comes in the bone or from the muscles or from the skin. Talking about the arthritis, cords, sprains like that. These are nociceptive pain. Also, the visceral pains also are under the nociceptive pain. This pain that comes from internal organs. Talking about the menstrual cramps, appendicitis, and the likes. So we have nociceptive pain, we have neuropathic pain. So these are caused by nerve damages or irritation. So we are talking about nerve compression or diabetic neuropathy, sciatica. All these are under neuropathic pain. Then we have inflammatory pain, which this one is caused by immune response or infection. I mentioned that earlier. We also have functional pain. This is when there is no any clear physical cause, or the pain is not linked to any of the causes of pain that we earlier mentioned. It's not linked to stress, it's not linked to emotion, it's not linked to this, not linked to that. We call it functional or psychogenic pain. Pain can also be classified based on duration. We call it acute pain. No, I mentioned it earlier. We have acute pain, we have chronic pain. So it is acute when it is sudden, or it's a very short term pain, like surgery, toothache, injury. But it is chronic pain when it lasts for a while, maybe 3 months, less than 2 months, weeks, like that. I get it now. Like talking about arthritis, back pain, and some other pains like that. And we also have recurrent pain, that is a pain that comes and goes. We can also have pain based on their location or the system where they are found. So that's why we have musculoskeletal, muscle and skeleton. Musculoskeletal, that is under medical terminologies when we have affixation like that. So musculoskeletal pain, we have that is we're talking about muscle and skeleton. Talking about pains in the back pain, the muscle strain, arthritis. We have head and neck pain, and by that that is it is found in the neck and head. Talking about the migraine, the sinus pain, the cervical tension. Those are the region, the head and the neck region. Can have abdominal pain. Talking about the menstrual cramps. Talking about constipation, and some other things like that, like gastritis. You have joint pain. So you have nerve pain, chest pain, pelvic pain. These are based on location and the system. Pains can also be classified based on sensation or character. That's when we have sharp pain, that is a very sudden or and intense. We have dull pain, we have burning pain, we have throbbing, cramping. So these are just the description of the pain or the sensation or the characteristics of the pain. So these are the types of pain. So the types of pain are based on the causes or and mechanism, based on the duration, based on the location and system, or based on sensation and character. So to end with, are painkillers good to use? This video will not be complete if I fail to explain or to talk on painkillers. This question is important, and the answer is yes. Painkillers are safe to use. They are good. They are useful, but when they are used correctly and for a very short term relief, because they can cause more problem. Overuse of painkillers can lead to a number of ailments and diseases, discomforts. So, and people these days, they have abused the use of painkillers. Please note that. So in our next video, we'll be talking about herbal pain relievers, lifestyle healing, and natural pain management. Don't forget to share, to follow, to like us, and to share this video to people to benefit from, and stay connected with Leading Care Medics. I am Dr. Abdulaziz Kolawole Muslihuddin.